earphones for the other part of the video, and that will be a really tingly, intense kind of whisper. And you can always, bring down the level to make it a little more lo-fi sounding, or you can turn up the volume and make it a tad bit more intense to your liking. Just whatever feels right to you and your tingly preferences and your tingle preferences. But I do want to talk and to connect for about 5 minutes. Like I said, I'm not going to talk the entire time about the coronavirus. It's not something that I want to spend our time together doing. It has been very anxiety ridden, and just so many different feelings are being brought up for many of us all around the world. We're experiencing so many different levels of many different intense feelings right now, and I want us to have an escape and that one-on-one girl time, you know what I mean? And to kind of escape that through this, which we should all be doing, is physical distancing. I prefer to say physical distancing over socially distancing, because I want us to remember that during this time, it does not mean that we have to shut away and not communicate with one another. And that includes the safe space. We have direct message, we have the community tab, we have underneath the posts, we have this entire safe space, we have YouTube, we have text, we have email, FaceTime your girlfriends, your guy friends, like whatever you, by the way, I say girlfriends, and I just kind of mean that as a general term for all of us here, even though I know female is not the only gender that is in our safe space. Safe space. So remember that most of us, I want to say, if you're in the safe space, I'm going to assume that we're fortunate enough to have some type of device to keep in touch with at least someone in our life, right? I'm definitely wanting to know what's going on with you in this moment. Your feelings are always valid and open and safe, no matter what you want to say. Not all of us have like that outside support outside of this space, and I totally get that. And I am always here, and I love you all, and I'm so blessed to be here with you in this moment. I'm so happy. Now, it has been about almost 3 weeks since I've even filmed an ASMR video of any sort. As you guys know, earlier this month, I had a really traumatizing, very draining family emergency, and then a family member that was in town within 24 hours of them being here, I woke up sicker than I've ever been, contagious-wise, on top of my chronic illnesses, 103 plus fevers. It was awful. Body pains like I've never experienced in my life, and this is from someone who has been chronically ill for almost 10 years. Through different hospitalizations, many different surgeries, procedures. Like this was it. This takes the cake by far. I could not move my fingers. I could not speak. I have had laryngitis still coming down from it. So be patient with me and my voice and my breathing. I'm still so short of breath. I've been in bed for 2.5 weeks now at this point, which is so bad because that triggers my other illness symptoms and makes them worse, and I'm just very weak at this point in time. My immune system is quite compromised, on top of just my daily chronic illnesses that I have. So up all throughout the night. I was just so, like, awful, you guys. I did have a strep, but I did have a flu test, and it was influenza A. So, I know many people have been concerned that I do have symptoms of the coronavirus, and that is true. And I mean, who really knows? I don't think I have it by any means. And I have not left my house in 2.5, almost 3 weeks, you guys. So I do feel like I maybe got ahead of it a little bit, and that was kind of a blessing in disguise, you know, to not be exposed to the outside world for a couple weeks. But, you know, I do have a boyfriend who has to work. I do live in the Bay Area of California, so we have been on mandatory lockdown legally for 2 days now. We will be going into our 3rd day. So we are being told that this will last at least 3 weeks. I'm not even convinced that it won't last longer. And of course, it feels very stir crazy and brings up a lot of emotions for us all. But like I said in a post earlier this month, I am feeling very, very blessed for my family that I have them. I'm taking this time to just be blessed for the health that I do have in the moment, to be with my family. You know, that's what I'm choosing to look at this as. So, I am okay. I want to know how you are. How is your family? How are you holding up? How are you feeling? What's going on in your world? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So, that's just a little health update on me. I am good. I am well. Like I said, physical distancing could be life or death for so many of us. So don't be that guy or girl that's out at the bar. Don't be the guy or girl that's out on the beach in a crowd of people. At all of you that were in Florida at the beach. I just can't even, like, it's disgusting to me, to say the least, the selfishness that was displayed and the care, it's just, like, the only word that I can think of is disgusting. And I pray to God that none of those people, you know, clearly none of them have experienced scares of health, chronic illness, and I pray to God that none of them, their family members, get sick, anything like that. It was just reckless and gross, and you know, for a selfish good time at the beach for your spring break. And this is not directed at any of you unless you're at that beach, and I don't really care if someone gets offended, because I mean, not just my life that is you know, more endangered, it is everyone. Like, just I don't even know what to say, except, like, I'm literally disgusted. It puts a pit in my stomach, the selfishness that was displayed and recklessness. So anyway, that's just a little bit on that. But before we get into the nail painting, I wanted to take a moment to remind all of you that in this moment you are safe. You are safe. And you are loved beyond belief. You are loved, and I am so proud of you try and flatten this, curve that is just spiking. So if we can flatten it just a little bit and get off direction, you just pray that, we can make a way different turn than what we've been going at. And like I said, this is bringing up so many different feelings for all of us. And with that being said, be gentle with yourself, my love. Be gentle, and be gentle with your partner that you might be cooped up in the house with, that might be feeling a little sensitive, emotional, a little more tense, whatever it may be. We all deal with things differently, and just take a moment to breathe and give your loved one a hug. Give yourself a hug. Take some self-care during this time to really give yourself some self-love. And I last night had a almost full-blown panic attack. I have been really calm throughout all of this, and last night, I don't know why, it just hit differently than it has. Fear and anxiety and stress and just so many different things. And I put my phone down. I think that I should not read the news hours before bed. I think it's okay in the middle of the day. I don't think it should be the first thing that I wake up and open to. That is very damaging and has been so draining for me, and I'm finding that I can't handle that, and that's okay. So one time a day, check the news, set a timer on your phone, for 5 minutes to read a news article, 10 minutes, and then be done and go on with your day. So last night I watched a couple movies with Brenton, and I just cried, and he said, "Will you please stay up with me? Reach out to those you love." The safe space, there's bound to be two of us up at the same time that we can chat, talk about some movies, just different things, different activities that we can be doing during this time. So just be so gentle with yourself. And, during that panic attack, the one thing that, if I would never in a million years, if I were face to face with myself as a 5-year-old that was crying, scared, I would never look at myself as a 5-year-old and go, "Are you kidding me? Get over it. Whatever, suck it up." I would hug myself, give myself that love, reach out to someone for that comfort and love if it's around. So think about it that way. Give love to those around you, and just be gentle. We're all feeling so many different things, So just remember that. Be gentle with everyone around you and yourself, okay? Be gentle. Be gentle. There's no exact way to exist right now. There's not a handbook on how we should all feel and act, and what we should do. Of course, we have guidelines and such, but that's not how to exist, how to, raise kids during this, how to, just all of these different things. So just be gentle. There's no precise way. And parents, only loves, my mommies and daddies, be gentle with yourselves. I can imagine what you're feeling, and stir crazy in the house with all of your kitties, with all of your sweet kiddos. Be gentle with them when they get restless during, you doing their schoolwork with them. us right now. Yeah. So just be gentle with all of that. You're all doing great. You are all doing great, my loves. You are doing great, you and your family, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and I love you, okay? I love you. Remember that light and love during this time is just as powerful as fear-mongering and panic. And whereas we can all be prepared and such, just, remember to give your community around you, your community in this world, just some love, some light, and that's what I am all giving to you, light and love. All choosing to give to you, love and light, love and light, love and light, love and light, love and that. In this time, I hope it can be more we's than I's. I want to, sorry guys, Catalina is, moving around right now. But I also want to take a moment to thank all of the healthcare providers that are risking their health to help others, the ones that are now isolated from their families, their newborns, just anyone who is in the healthcare system right now. You are so appreciated and so loved, and I'm so proud of you. And I know it's a lot. Anyone who's working during this time in a supermarket, a grocery store, if you are working at the pharmacy, if you are at the convenience store, wherever you are in this moment working, you're so appreciated. And those that aren't working, I know so many feelings, there's so many frustrations, I mean, all over the world. No one should have to choose, working and paying the bills over their possible life or their family's life. And to be working for these big companies that, aren't giving paid time off for at least 2 weeks. Like, I'm just, my heart to entrepreneurs, to small businesses, to everyone around the world. Every job is important. All of you are important, and our world could not go round without you. To our farmers, to everyone in agriculture that keeps our world going and fed, you are loved and you are appreciated. Just all of you, I appreciate you and I love you, and I mean that with the utmost sincerity and love and tears in my eyes. And I wish I could do more. I wish I could let you know just how loved you are, and how I hope the safe space can really step up for one another, whether that's talking about our favorite movies or our favorite drinks to make, or just chit-chatting with one another. All of our teachers right now, my hands down to teachers all year round. Before this virus, I just have the utmost respect for everyone, and my heart is broken for all of the babies and people that are affected in these school systems when they rely on multiple meals a day from school, and now the schools are shut down. And these kids are missing out aside. I'm no one. I'm no one. I'm no one. That's what my heart breaks for. That's where my anxiety lies. So if you are fortunate enough to have money in your bank account, maybe for, your family's groceries and then some, think about donating to your local food banks. There are so many places right now that are in dire need of donations for these kiddos, these just babies, my heart just breaks. My heart breaks. So, maybe that's the love and light that you can give out, and don't go to the stores and wipe everything out. If you have, an extra soup can in your cart and there's someone that's near you that was, looking for the same soup, maybe offer an extra soup that you have in your cart to them. So just remember, we're all dealing in many different ways, feeling many, many different things. Just remember to be gentle, love and light, you guys. I know it's hard when we're feeling so many different emotions, and yeah, I want to take this time. Let's just take a couple more moments to talk. But I hope that we can choose to take this time, as some of us might be feeling stir crazy, to feel compassion for those of us, maybe this anxiety that we might be feeling in this time that has felt so overwhelming and maybe debilitating, that we can take a moment to think of those that every day are crippled by anxiety and suffer from that every day, and we're just now feeling that we can give love and light to those that suffer from chronic depression to the point where they can't leave their house, and they are prisoner to their minds. They are prisoners to those yucky thoughts, and they don't leave their house for weeks at a time, which is what most of us are just now experiencing. This whole lock-in thing, this physical distancing. Let us take a moment to give out compassion and love and thoughts for those that have chronic illnesses, that have, been through liver transplants, that have compromised and suppressed immune systems, that have, been prisoners to their bodies and been on lockdown for weeks at a time due to their bodies and their health. Thank God that, I'm joking, by the way, but God has definitely prepared me for being chronically ill for almost 10 years, and there have been times where I haven't left the house for a month at a time because I was so sick, and my heart goes out to those that are just now experiencing what it's like to not leave the house for days, because they've always had the privilege and the opportunity and the health to do so, and the safety, just whatever it may be. Let us take a moment to give compassion and love and light for those that live in unsafe areas, that fear to leave their homes because of their environment or war or whatever it may be. Let's give compassion for that. So that's what I'm taking my time to really feel love and compassion for. And I hope that you could, can join me for that moment. Those that have disabilities and find it hard to leave the house. My heart goes out to those of you who have ADHD and are feeling so stir crazy. And, so anyways, there are just so many things that we can take a moment and really think about what we are blessed with, and those that suffer, and just to give a moment and find compassion. And I am not saying in any way, please don't twist it, I am not saying that anyone should suck it up because they're just on day one. Guys, isolation can make you feel this day one that is so valid and intense. Let's take a moment for those that we've never really been able to relate or find common ground with, or that common, like, to be able to conjure up and scrape, scratch, and rake up that compassion that now we have it. Now we have it. Now we have it. So let's utilize it and remember it and just give love. And I love you all, and I know this was a much longer ramble than I meant to about the subject, but I also know that some of us, don't have outside of the safe space anyone to connect, and we might be feeling crazy in our own thoughts, like, I feel ridiculous for feeling this way, it's been making me feel crazy. You're not alone, my love.